Hey there, scientists! Brainy Bill from Bill Loudon Science here, and welcome to the ology Science Club. Each week, we're going to be talking about a topic in science, from physics to biology to chemistry to astronomy, and we're going to be asking a lot of questions and finding out the answers with fun and sometimes messy experiments. You know, a wise person once said there are two kinds of people in the world: those who get excited when they see bubbles, and liars. Actually, I think I said that. Well, that was the topic we talked about this week. Bubbles. Bubbles make everything more fun. And this week we learned that bubbles are caused by surface tension in water. In other words, the top of the water being sticky. And it gets that way with the help of a little bit of dish soap. And as we put gas into the water, the gas bubbles try to escape and pop out of the surface of the water. But because we've increased the surface tension with a little bit of soap, the soap and water actually wrap around the gas, causing these fun, poppable bubbles. I sent out a recipe this week that you can try to create the world's most unpoppable, or nearly unpoppable, bubble. Here's what you're going to need. About 2 cups of warm water, a 1/4 cup of dish soap, and then about 1/3 cup of corn syrup or glycerin. Glycerin you can find at the drugstore, and it's kind of an oozy, sticky liquid, just like our corn syrup. Either one of those are going to help make the surface tension just a little bit stronger. Once you've got your bubble solution all mixed up, you grab your bubble wand and practice blowing a great big bubble. And we learned a little bit about the shape of bubbles. Bubbles are spheres because the gas molecules inside are running into, they're colliding with the water and soap on the outside. So they're pushing out, and the water and soap, the surface tension, is pulling in. And those two forces balance to form a nice spherical bubble. Now we can use our bubble wands, or we can use our bubble straw. I kind of like the bubble straw because it gives me a little bit more control. If I want to make a nice big bubble, remember the key is to blow gently. Once we got our bubble blowing technique down, we tried a couple of cool tricks. First, we covered a plate in just enough bubble solution to cover the bottom. And then we tried to see if we could blow a nice big half-sized bubble. That was basically the size of an entire plate. And then we practiced taking that big bubble and trying to blow another bubble inside of a bubble, a double bubble. And then for the coolest trick of all, we learned that our hands are covered in oil and dirt and lines that all come together to pop bubbles when we try to catch them. But if we have one of these little fabric gloves we went home with, and we blow a nice big bubble, we should be able to catch and bounce the bubble. Finally, this year we're learning all about variables. In science, you ask a question and then you perform a test over and over again, and you change one thing each time. So we looked at our setup here, and we had our bubble wand, and then we have our liquid, our water, and then our other chemical that adds to the surface tension, like dish soap. So what are some things we can change about our setup? Well, instead of water, what if we tried another base liquid? Maybe something like vinegar or diet soda, or maybe pickle juice. Anything you've got around the house will work. Add in a little bit of dish soap to each liquid and see if you get a bigger, better bubble. Or we could change our second ingredient. We could fill a few cups with water and then add a little dish soap to one. And maybe add some glue to another. Maybe add just corn syrup to another. I've even heard of people using corn starch. Finally, we could think of the shape of our wand. In other words, does it have to be a circle? If we use a different shape of wand to blow our bubble, do we get a different shaped bubble? So that's all for this week in the Woology Science Club. I hope you had some fun learning about bubbles, and I'll see you all next time. Remember, do more science, have more fun.